Is Stromanthe the Triostar a Calathea?
No, Stromanthe the Triostar is not a Calathea, although they are closely related and both belong to the Maranthaceae family, commonly known as the prayer plant family. Both Calathea and Stromanthe share some similar characteristics, like their foliage folding up at night, nyctinasty, and their appreciation for well-drained soil and moderate watering.
See more 20 species in genus Stromanthe at monsteraholic.com. Here's a breakdown of the difference.
Genus: Stromanthe the Triostar belongs to the genus Stromanthe, while some popular Calathea varieties include Calathea orbifolia, prayer plant, Calathea lancifolia, rattlesnake plant, and Calathea makoyana, peacock plant. Subtle differences: experts can often distinguish Stromanthe from Calathea by subtle differences in leaf venation, flower structure, and growth habit. However, for most home gardeners, the care requirements are similar. So, while Stromanthe the Triostar might be labeled as a Calathea Triostar at some stores or online retailers, it's technically not a Calathea but a close relative.
How to care for Stromanthe the Triostar?
Here's a guide on how to care for your Stromanthe the Triostar, also known as the Triostar prayer plant.
Light.
Stromanthe the Triostar prefers bright, indirect sunlight. Avoid strong direct sunlight, which can scorch the leaves. While low light can be tolerated, the vibrant colors of the foliage might be less intense.
Watering. Water regularly, keeping the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Overwatering is a major threat to Stromanthe the Triostar. Here's how to check moisture: stick your finger into the top inch of soil. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to water. Allow the top inch of soil to dry out slightly between waterings. Soil and drainage. Well-draining soil is essential.
A good quality potting mix or a mixture of potting soil with added perlite or orchid bark works well. Ensure your pot has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging.
Humidity. High humidity is ideal for Stromanthe the Triostar.
While it can tolerate average household humidity levels, dry air can cause brown, crispy leaf edges.
You can increase humidity by
misting the plant occasionally with lukewarm water, avoiding the center of new growth. Using a pebble tray filled with water, ensure the pot sits above the water level. Grouping your Stromanthe the Triostar with other humidity-loving plants.
Using a humidifier. Fertilizing. Fertilize sparingly during the growing season, spring and summer, only.
Apply a balanced liquid fertilizer diluted to half strength once a month or a slow-release fertilizer formulated for houseplants according to package instructions.
Avoid over-fertilizing, as it can damage the roots. Temperature.
Warm temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 27 degrees Celsius, are ideal. Protect your plant from cold drafts and sudden temperature fluctuations. Additional tips. Wipe the leaves occasionally with a damp cloth to remove dust and improve light absorption.
Avoid harsh chemicals or cleaning products.
Stromanthe the Triostar is a slow grower.
Don't be discouraged if it doesn't put out new leaves frequently. Watch out for common houseplant pests like mealybugs and spider mites. Neem oil solution or insecticidal soap can be used for control if needed. Stromanthe the Triostar can be propagated by division in spring or summer.
By following these steps, you can create a thriving environment for your Stromanthe the Triostar and enjoy its beautiful tricolored foliage for a long time. Remember, the key things are well-drained soil, allowing the top inch of soil to dry out slightly between waterings, avoiding overwatering, and providing moderate to high humidity. Bright indirect sunlight is ideal, but it can tolerate lower light conditions with some impact on the vibrancy of the foliage.
How to propagate Stromanthe the Triostar?
The easiest way to propagate your Stromanthe the Triostar is by dividing the rhizome in spring or summer.
Here's a step-by-step guide. Materials. Sharp, sterile knife or pruners.
Potting mix suitable for well-draining houseplants. Consider adding perlite or orchid bark for extra drainage.
New pots with drainage holes. Each new plant should get its own pot with a size appropriate for the root ball. Optional, fungicide, to prevent rot. Steps.
Prepare the tools. Sterilize your knife or pruners with rubbing alcohol to avoid introducing any diseases to your plant. Unpot the Stromanthe the Triostar. Carefully remove your Stromanthe the Triostar from its current pot.
Brush off any loose soil from the roots. Examine the root system, look for healthy, firm rhizomes. These will be the parts you can divide to create new plants.
Avoid sections with any signs of rot or mushiness. Divide the rhizome, using your sterilized knife or pruners. Carefully cut the rhizome into sections, each with at least 2 to 3 leaves and a healthy portion of roots. You can try to make clean separations between existing growth points, but prioritize healthy sections over perfectly even splits. Treat cut surfaces. Optional, you can apply a fungicide to the cut surfaces of the rhizome sections to help prevent rot.
Follow the instructions on the fungicide product you're using. Pot up the divisions, plant each rhizome section in its own pot with fresh potting mix.
Ensure the rhizome is positioned slightly below the soil surface with the growing points facing upwards.
Water the newly potted plants gently to settle the soil.
Provide ideal conditions. Place the propagated Stromanthe Triostar divisions in a warm location, around 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 to 27 degrees Celsius, with bright, indirect sunlight. Maintain consistent moisture in the soil, but avoid overwatering. You can use a pebble tray with water, plants sitting above the water level, or a humidifier to increase humidity around the plants. Patience is key. These new Stromanthe Triostar plants might take some time to establish themselves. Don't be discouraged if they don't show significant growth immediately.
Focus on maintaining proper watering, humidity, and light conditions.
By following these steps, you can successfully propagate your Stromanthe Triostar and enjoy these beautiful tricolored foliage plants in multiple pots. Remember, proper sterilization of tools, choosing healthy rhizome sections, and providing the right environment are key factors for successful propagation.